everyone. And I say that respectfully. Today is currently August 24th, 2025. Always be yourself and open intentions. No, every take off me, goddamn. My concert, everybody. That's okay. I'm be freestyle from the top of my head. I may even get in the comment section at the end of the day. I ain't trying to disrespect you, but hold on one second. Just stay and get lame and be respectful. And I say that respectfully. I got it open for the right reasons. But as soon as you quick that jab, when it comes to that right left hook, when you being disrespectful, trust and believe I'm coming after your ass. No, you haven't changed on me. Let's have some fun. Since you like to be disrespectful anyway, motherfucker. Always be yourself on his intentions. I'm Nigel on respect. I'm far from a rapper being authentic. It's all I know how to do. At the end of the day, they didn't have to pretend to be somebody I truly wasn't. Always be yourself and no malicious intentions. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect. You mad and you're worthy. Never allow someone to project fear in you and stopping your growth when it comes to maturing. Being authentic, dibbling and dabbling, trying to find yourself when it comes to authenticity. Never give up on your vision. I say that respectfully. You may have to stop, but hold on one second. Never lose a vision when it comes to choosing yourself, even when folks throw the evil lie towards you. They would never understand that gangster move that God was showing you your potential when God was never the issue. It'd be the train of thought for me because God never projected hate in your vein, being your authentic self because you truly had the potential. Going from point A to Z, they would never understand. And hold on one second, it's going to make certain folks feel so uncomfortable. Or because your tax bracket was different and you actually didn't have nothing at the end of the day, but you started from something to understand A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the alphabet was truly in order when it came in your name. That energy is different. They would never understand your pain. They would swear up and down that they know you, but they would never be able to walk a day in your shoes. Hold on one second. You was trying to get discouraged another day. Only for yourself with no molest intentions. I'm Niyah, in your love respect. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no best intentions, and I say that respectfully. Fall from pretending, being authentic. I ain't need a rhythm at the end of the day. I had to beat in my head, and I say that respectfully. Didn't have to pretend and play my manipulation games to be my authentic self. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. I was moving off the beat of my heart. Something that certain folks couldn't relate to. At the end, they were staying they lane because they didn't know how to park the car. It straight over me. What the fuck? It's straight over me. How this type of stuff actually happen. How folks will try to get in the passenger seat, but don't know how to hold the conversation. They quick to do you wrong to project lust when it comes to the mind manipulation games. When they had to tell a lie when it came to that hate train, they was throwing you the evil lie, all because you wasn't in competition. You know, you could be dating somebody when you least expect it, only because they would send you the evil lie with malicious intentions. How this type of stuff actually happens. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. A rainy day and a rainy day, a rainy day, a rainy day, a rainy day, a rainy day. None of the shade off of me. Overcoming rainy days. Who would have knew that the grass wasn't green? But God allowed you to see. They would never understand tunnel vision at the end of the day, being blindsided, going from point A to Z. But you truly had the potential within you not to be someone's issue when you wasn't trying to shortchange yourself when it comes to maturing. Everybody starts so low when it comes to a vision. Now, hold on one second. I wasn't trying to get lost in that. I wasn't trying to get lost in that chapter. Even when folks can't relate to me, I tie my shoe differently. I wasn't seeking revenge when it came to the enemy. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Being authentic is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. You know, when you be yourself, it's either they're gonna respect you or they're gonna keep moving. How long has a trait don't be? I ain't gotta send you the evil I got, damn it. Fuck you too, motherfucker. Always be yourself, no what's intentions, and I say that respectfully. You know, I love to talk about love. I'm a lover, not a fighter, but hold on a second. I wasn't speaking up for myself when I was keeping it real. I was only going about how my heart truly felt. Only was, hold on one second, I poured into that empty cup that day because someone could meet me halfway. I wasn't trying to lose myself when it came to the rhythm of God's beat. I was asking God to allow me to see why I had to walk away at the end of the day. I ain't have to go to take for tack with somebody, but keep it real. But hold on one second, I actually had to walk away. You know when you pour into somebody, only realize they couldn't meet you halfway, your boundaries are straight. Only when understanding that, hold on one second, I wasn't trying to lose myself on the testimony. The energy is different. How folks swear that you think you better than somebody because you had to walk away to understand maturing actually is different when you acting your body weight at your shoe size. How they would send you the evil lie because you had to actually understand your growth, not to lose yourself. How this type of stuff actually happens. How someone would try to create a hate train because you love yourself, to truly find potential, to love yourself another day, to understand that rainy day wasn't going to last forever. That unconditional love starts within. You can never allow someone to dim your light when God's truly watering your flowers. It's a train of thought for me. When God's fixing your crown to make you smile, maintain it. Hold on 1 second when the world want to kick you down. Overcoming that trauma and pain they would never understand. Elevation is different. Never give up on yourself when someone overlooks you when they had to pretend. They haven't changed on me. Always be yourself with no molested touches. My cousin is not for everybody. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. You matter and you're worthy. Where do you start when it comes to growth? Maturing is different when you understood to be woke. They would never understand your elevation is different. I wasn't trying to lose myself, understand a better day ahead. I may not make sense to the average person. I just wanted to be myself. I didn't want to fit in. The energy is different. Just know I respect my neighbor. Didn't have to pretend to be somebody I truly wasn't, but they was projecting my past and my future. Hold on 1 second. We wasn't on the same page because I understood growth while I outgrew the old habits. The energy is different. God allowed me to feel while I was keeping it real. I overcame so many obstacles. God was really showing me why those certain doors was closed for all the right reasons. Certain folks will never understand my growth. They project to be mentally ill, mentally unstable. But hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to get lost in their testimony, or because they had hidden motives, or because of the fact that I understood self-control when it came to discipline that day. They was throwing an evil lie, but God didn't tell a lie. Well, God was protecting my heart, let alone my mental health. The energy is different. I would love myself how I love myself. No, hit the train over me. You know, my conscience is not everybody nice. Okay. You ever been working out or whatever the case may be, and you forgot to stretch and shit or whatever the case may be? You just got right into the routine, or you did stretching and shit, and you start lifting weights and you start doing new shit in the gym and shit, and only realize, hold on 1 second, I didn't cause myself to spring myself. I didn't sign up for this bullshit. I swear I did. You ever realize the after you done worked out for a good amount of time and you was so happy to go to work out? No one's trained on me because you put your mind to it. It was a mental thing at the day. Because when you work out in the day, you got to really understand that you got to put your mental health into, like, yes, I'm going to show for me today. I really want to do this. I'm changing my diet and everything. Only about, hold on 1 second. I didn't sign up for this pain. No, haven't changed on me. Your ass done went in there, sprained your finger, your thumb, your big toe, all types of weird shit. Walking out, needing the ambulance. Oh, I'm in pain. How this type of shit really be fucking happening? Like, damn, I went in there to do one thing, and I come out another fucking way. I didn't sign up for this vocabulary. Hold on, why the fuck I got a stiff in my motherfucking arm? I don't wish bad on nobody, but this type of shit actually happened. I wasn't trying to do myself wrong. Always be yourself when nobody says I'm not respect. It was their bad habits they projected on you. That growth is different. I didn't need a pen to be authentic. It was truly within me when I was truly keeping the real, being woke. I may discourage a certain couple of people, but hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to lose myself to pretend to be authentic, original at the end of the day. I ain't need a rhythm to your beat, and I said that respectfully. I already had my heart going at the end of the day when it came to my motion. The energy is different when it comes to growth. Understanding what you outgrow when it comes to the old mindset. They would never understand your flow at the end of the day. Being authentic. Evan, check on it. Always be yourself with no molested touches. Don't tell me like never, never. I'm far from it. Always be yourself, no attention. I say that respectfully. I'm not aging on respect that my content is not for everyone. It's not. They swore up and down that you was to pretending to be someone you truly wasn't. But confidence at the end of the day didn't allow you to lose yourself. Yeah, you wore a mask a couple of days, but being authentic was always within you when it came to your vein. It took a hate train to try to discourage you. But hold on 1 second, our conscience wasn't the same. Being original at the end of the day, that's what God allowed you to see. That's why God showed you your faith. Stepping out on confidence, you didn't need a pen, let alone a paper at the end of the day to show, hold on 1 second. I understand better days ahead when it comes to order in my life. Thank you, God, for being patient when prayers are truly answered. The energy is different. Having that conversation one-on-one with God, they would never understand that, hold on 1 second, God was misleading you wrong. You know, God was never for sale, likes, and views of cloud chasing. They would never understand that you get discouraged on the day. Being authentic, it's a ribbon to the beat of your heart. Hold on 1 second, loving yourself, the better yourself. Never get discouraged, and I say that respectfully. Far from pretending. My content is not for everybody. It's not. I may be corny to you. I may not make sense to you. I'm not trying to be no rapper. I'm just Niyah Genuine Respect. I ain't got malicious intentions. I ain't sending you the evil lie with all your lies. And I say that respectfully. You had to pretend to play me close, only because you still wasn't woke. You tried to discourage me with a hate train with the gang stalking. Took them out the end there, I ain't irrelevant, but hold on one second, I wasn't on your page when it came to your tax bracket that day. We wasn't on the same mindset when it come to the spiritual world. Hold on one second, I still wasn't trying to project mental case on you at the end of the day to make you mentally ill. I ain't gotta go take for tack with folks when it come to spell word. I just pray to go within and sustain my lane so that you couldn't understand it's your own way to stay in your lane. You sweeping down somebody wants your spot. But only was a hold on one second, God just allowed me to see why I didn't want yours. The trick on me, because who the fuck wants to do all of that and then they be a fucking hater? Hello. No, for real. I never understood that bullshit. A motherfucker swear they, you want their spot. A hater? Oh, bitch, you bugging the fuck out. That was never in my vocabulary. Are you crazy, slow, stupid, and retarded? No, for real. Something is mentally wrong with you. You're disturbed. Only 5 pieces don't let me wear, bitch. I'm Nigel. Respect that my content is not for everyone. It's not. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Here she go again. You're damn right. I'm always be Nigel in love respect. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Loving yourself, the better yourself, never dim your light. Say you're beauty, you're beauty, you're beautiful. Say you're beauty, you're beauty, you're beautiful. I mean, that makes sense to the average person. With practice comes perfect, they would never understand your world. You was catching them blessings right to left. Of rejection, nah, because God was truly showing that you was truly stable. Then matter your tax bracket come from poverty and pain. You understood that rainy day when the neighbor next door then matter your tax bracket try to destroy your faith. They was trying to destroy your faith. They wanted to project the mindset of insecurities on you, even if they had to tell a lie to project you to be something you truly wasn't, or because you truly had potential when you was never the issue. That light that God endured with you when God was fixing your crown, they would never understand elevation is different. Hold on one second. You found out how. Because you was being patient with time and day, praying to go within. Those battles that you was facing one-on-one, understanding your reflection. That childhood trauma's real. It went into your adulthood. They tried to paint you to be something that you truly wasn't, mentally unstable. They said that you was mentally ill. But you just was walking into the wrong crowds, let alone the wrong folks trying to voice them at the end of the day when they didn't hear your voice. They overlooked you only for the right people to see your potential. They was praying for not against you, not sending you the evil lie. That energy is different because God didn't tell a lie. God was protecting your mental when you least expected. God was trying to show you a door that was closed only for you to realize, hold on one second, don't hurt yourself with your own pain when it comes to your world. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Healing trauma and pain is not a race, overnight process, but you're worthy of change. Regardless to the community that you in, I say that respectfully. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. They try to dim your light when you truly woke. And the trick of it, I don't know what's wrong with them folks either. They slow, stupid, and retarded. They said that you misunderstood, but we ain't on the same page, evidently. He say think outside the box. So I did this. I picked up the phone. It was no dial tone. I only realized, hold on one second. I wasn't trying to escape my own tone. The tone of the rhythm of my heart, how it was actually beating. Only realized, hold on one second. I couldn't escape my own reality. I had to understand balance when it comes to my reality. Understand that, hold on one second, I ain't gonna make sense to your reality. I was just being my authentic self. They would never understand that light is different. Motivation, who would have knew? Being your biggest cheerleader when they was trying to mislead you wrong. They told you to go this way, that way, only because they wanted to control the narrative, but you wasn't their character. Hold on one second. You wasn't trying to be part of that hate train. You was your authentic self. You didn't fit in, but you still knew how to respect your neighbor far from pretending. Loving yourself, they didn't like the fact that, hold on one second, you was your biggest cheerleader. Even days when you couldn't see, how did you find balance? How do you love yourself when called all the confusion? You got your neighbor in different tax bracket throwing so much spell work in the toxic way. How do you still see? The hate train was real. They was projecting a hate crime on you to make you mentally unstable to keep it real. That's what they said that day. How they was real because they had a tax bracket calling you a whole bunch of BIs, bum ass, or whatever the case may be, and they narrative to throw you off, to get you in a monster, being a crash out. It worked on the last person, but it didn't work on you. You understood self-control when it came to discipline. The difference between you, them, and they, at the end of the day, you just spoke up for yourself in the most healthiest way. Didn't have to get physical to catch a crime. You know, psych these motherfuckers out they free will when it came to their time. Because you could have got real nasty with your hands, but you just put it in God's hands at the end of the day. The energy is different when you actually knew how to pray. I know how to respect my neighbor, not to pretend. Being authentic was always within me. I need a pen. I ain't need a ribbon when it comes to the beat, because I had a heart at the end of the day that can't relate to what's going within. Being authentic is going to bother certain folks' mental health, but never allow them to shortchange your vision because God allowed you to see. We don't pray the same. I ain't got hate in my vein. I knew how to respect my neighbor when they was truly pretending. You always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm my biggest cheerleader when they overlooked me. When they said, hold on 1 second, fuck my intuitions. Ethan, straight on me. No, for real. Fuck you too, motherfucker. How this type of stuff actually happens. How someone would try to discourage you because you're willing to choose you, overcoming obstacles. All it takes is for that one person to truly show you at the end of the day. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully, because you never know what someone's truly going through. But I respect my neighbor regardless of what you're going through. I ain't sending you the evil lie. I don't energy harvest. I don't destiny swipe with my neighbor because I got my own anointings. I know how to respect my neighbor. You can't weather your own storm. But just do me a favor. Just stay in your lane with that negative energy. No, Evan, take on me. Weird. Try to go there with God. No, for real. Don't project your own goddamn karma on yourself now. You heard? I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I just needed 5 minutes. Everybody else was trying to tag me in, all because of the fact that I wasn't part of the emotion when it came to their competition. They said they believe in God, but the lies they told only was to hold on 1 second. Their faith never lied within. They didn't even understand unconditional love. They was wearing a mask so well, they forgot to keep it real because they was mentally unstable. They was projecting that mindset on me, but I still know how to respect my neighbor far from pretending. They didn't like the fact that I had potential. I was my biggest cheerleader regardless of my tax bracket. I was ruling my soul for them, didn't have the vision that they could relate to at the end of the day that they wanted me to have. All because I know how to be myself. That bothered their health. That bothered their health. Even say to me, no, for real, for real. I say this respectfully. If you got a speech problem or you got a disability at the end of the day when you talk, or regardless of what you're going through, and folks don't understand you, like they judge you because of who you are, never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. Like, you matter and you are worthy. Like, because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with intentions when someone says that you don't have potential or you can't become somebody that they don't see you being. Because by them sitting there judging a book by its cover, when God is filling your cup up with love, because that bond that you have with God hits different. It wasn't a mind manipulation games when God was truly showing you that you're truly fruitful. Because God was truly showing your intuition, you understood that receiver. You dealt with so much pain and trauma. The devil alone, the enemy tried to test you to steer you the wrong direction. But God was motivating you, showing you to hold on 1 second. It's okay that you are worthy, to know that it's okay to know that you are worthy. Even when you get choked up in your words, you keep going. You know, because you're going to face certain lessons in life. They will never understand how God was truly treating you right. Never get lost in someone's one-sided competition at the end of the day, the hate train. Never allow someone to discourage you when God's truly showing you balance when it comes to hold on 1 second. Loving yourself. I may not make sense to the average person, and I don't want to. But I'm not to spite being authentic. No, have a trade on me. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Loving yourself is not a crime. It's not. You know, God said, come as you are. And when you come as you are at the end of the day, regardless of your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation at the end of the day, It's not a specific way to pray. And it would never be a specific way to pray. And I say that respectfully. And especially when you're not doing it with hate on your heart and you don't have malicious intentions and you're not trying to hurt the next person that is seeking that relationship from God. Because we all don't pray the same, and respect's a two-way street, and I say that respectfully. How folks feel that as if that you gotta go to this church house or you gotta go there just to pray. You could pray in your own sanctuary, your own home. You could pray just walking down the street. You could pray in your car, regardless of where you at in the day, regardless of what you're going through during your storm. You could pray wherever. And trust and believe God hears you. God would never overlook you, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And God was never for likes and views or cloud chasing or fame. And I say that respectfully. I'm gonna always be nice and respect authentic. And I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully. It's people that don't have to know you. It's people that will make an assumption about you. It's people that knew you from 10 chapters ago when it came to your journey. They don't know the new version of you. They don't know the new vision of you today. They don't know who you are, but they're willing to blackmail you of the person that you used to be 7 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You're not that same person. And especially when they're not even in your life. And especially when you did them good, you showed them respect, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. But they out here doing shit for likes and views and cloud chasing all types of weird shit. Like, oh my God, stay in your life, weirdo. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And that's okay. Like, my content is not for everybody. And never allow someone to project their insecurities on you because of the fact that they don't have that relationship with God. Just like this, like you playing gospel music or whatever the case may be. There should be no reason why your neighbor is cursing you out because they're dealing with their own demons. That shit sound real personal. It really do. But that does not mean stop your bond with God when you're having your moment. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody, and I don't worship the devil regardless of my sexual orientation, my disability, my age, or my religion. And I say that respectfully. I don't got my listeners towards my neighbor. I don't energy harvest of people's energy. I don't destiny swipe with people. I don't project spell work towards people. I don't gang store people. I don't have people devices. I don't do none of that stuff, and I say that respectfully. When God sends the right people to your life, respect's a two-way street, and I say that respectfully. Respect's a two-way street. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Say the flow was so smooth. They wanted to misuse you, projected it out to be the fool. But it was food for thought. You actually had the proper ingredients when it came to the season that day. Kitchen was well prepared, cleaned. They were stereotyping you still. Only realized the hold on 1 second. You prepared a proper meal. You didn't need ingredients at the end of the day. It came off the top of your head. You know when you watch somebody cook at the end of the day, it just comes automatically, just like that. You know how when grandma was in the kitchen cooking it up? I don't mean narcotics, I don't mean no disrespect, but hold on 1 second, we ain't on the same page. But I know how to respect my neighbor far from pretending, being authentic. It be the train of thought for me. When you got that proper food in your stomach, that digestion is different. So I'm praying for not against you. Only watch the hold on 1 second, you need a tissue. It is straight of thought for me. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm not Genuine Respect, and I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully. I guess somebody woke up from their nap. Always be yourself. Like I said, food for thought. Didn't think that you was cocky. The energy is different. You was whipping up a meal, actually knew how to prepare. It was your first time in the kitchen, but hold on 1 second. You made everybody maintain a smile. They didn't go home sick at the end of the day. The energy is different. They need a doctor's note for the next day because you truly was actually putting love into the food. You actually knew how to put the ingredients together. The first time in the kitchen, only was the hold on 1 second. You was whipping it up, showing love. You wanted everybody to actually kick up their feet and watch a good TV show. Only was the hold on 1 second. You was on the TV. Evan changed on me. That ain't just different. Yo, always be yourself with no malicious intentions, and I say that respectfully. You know the most beautiful thing to know at the end of the day, regardless if you have your mother and your father in your life or not, never stop fighting for you. Those moments when you feel like you need a hug, only was the hold on 1 second, you gotta pray to go within to understand that tough love. It may be uncomfortable certain cycles when it comes to your menstrual. It may be uncomfortable certain moments when it comes to hold on 1 second, that elevation when it comes to maturing, but never get shortchanged because they didn't know how to love you, respect you, or protect you. They painted you out to be the villain. You know what you went through. It's certain conversations that certain folks will never understand what you truly overcame. Wasn't doing it for likes and views of fame or clout chasing. You was far from thirsty. That didn't live in your vein even if you had an empty stomach. Imagine trying to speak out for yourself at the end of the day. Everybody's calling you slow, stupid, crazy, slow, and retarded, or whatever the case may be, but they forgot to actually get to know you. Even if you was in the same household with folks, they still didn't understand you. They always overlooked you. Only realized the hold on 1 second, the person that was supposed to protect you was throwing smoke in a toxic way to make you uncomfortable. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to certain folks' vocabulary. Only was how time can change. Only was that God was really maintaining your health. When it come to your heart, you ain't lose yourself. Say love yourself, don't dim your light. Said you matter, you are worthy. Don't dim your light. No ever change of it. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Just because you didn't have your mother and your father growing up, or you probably did have a parent in the household, and you just felt like the outcast, and you had to grow up fast. Never feel like you're out here alone, and I say that respectfully. Never feel like you're not loved because you poured into the wrong cup. Someone projected lust on you. Someone projected manipulation on you. Someone projected that you wasn't worthy of choosing you. And I don't mean no disrespect, because healing trauma and pain ain't easy. And especially when you gotta reroute yourself through that childhood wound that was open. Certain folks said they hear you, they love you, they respect you, only disrespect you to shortchange you. They talk about you like a bad habit, only was to hold on 1 second, you would never project that mindset being ugly. You was on God's time and praying for your neighbor. They had motives that end they doing shit for likes and views and cloud chasing when it came to fame. Always be yourself and know one's intentions. I'm being authentic. You must not know me at the end of the day. I'm nice and respect, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. I say that respectfully. It's not. I'm not telling you how to wipe your butt. No, if the train over me, I hope you wiping it properly, though. Hello. Always be yourself and know one's intentions, and I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's like when you don't know how to draw or you don't know how to cook. Practice makes perfect. And when you become perfect at something at the end of the day, regardless if it's a hobby or not, never give up on yourself because someone says, hey, that's not for you. That don't look right on you. Or that dress is not for you. It don't look right on you, but you feel comfortable in your own skin. It's not, you're not hurting nobody. You don't have the evil eye sending spell work towards somebody. You don't have malicious intentions towards your neighbor. Someone has a blouse on. The blouse is not broken. It's perfectly well kept. There's nothing wrong with it. It actually matches your swag. Because someone says, hold on 1 second, that don't look right on you, you don't have to take it off. Or you buy a pair of shoes or whatever the case may be. Your tie looks decent. Someone's saying, hold on 1 second, you got big feet. But you comfortable in your skin, you went into the store, made that purchase. You was comfortable knowing that at the end of the day, that money didn't come out their pocket. It be the train of thought for me. Like, respect's a two-way street. I know how to respect my neighbor good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. You didn't understand the flow to stay in your lane. But hold on 1 second, we ain't the same. I ain't got hate or jealousy in my vein. If someone wants to be authentic, they ain't hurting nobody. It be the train of thought for me. I didn't know it was a crime to express yourself. being original. Hit the trick though, but I'm far from a copycat and shit. Hello. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Niyah, Genuine Love Respect. It's not a crime to know that you was brought up in a household and you felt alone. And then when you get in society, you still feel alone. When you come across the right people, yeah, you came across a couple of unfair shit ends of relationships, didn't matter if it's platonic or not. But when the right people walk into your life, regardless if it's platonic or not, they're going to respect you. They're not going to send you the evil lie. They're not going to have malicious intentions towards you. They're not going to have a hate train towards you. They're not going to energy harvest off your energy. They're going to respect you good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Regardless to your childhood trauma that went into your adulthood. They're not pointing out your flaws at the end of the day to kick you down. Someone that respects you for who you truly are at the end of the day, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no misintentions. And I say that respectfully, they're actually praying for you, not against you. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. Always be yourself, no misintentions. You ever had monitored spirits around you? All these different types of bugs watching you, trying to figure out your mental. Hold on one second, you coming and going. Hold on one second, my conscience is not for everybody, because we really live in a spiritual world at the end of the day that may be going over certain folks' heads, and I say that respectfully, didn't have to pretend. Until you actually have to go through spiritual warfare, they would never understand balance. That hold on one second, how did you love yourself to go within? You wasn't trying to live in fear. Even if you had your next door neighbor, different tags bracket, gang stalking you, projecting spoke in a toxic way, you was far from mentally unstable. They would never understand maturity hits different when you was acting your body weight, not your shoe size. How God didn't lie when God was actually holding your hand. I mean, the will that day as well, because God was not misleading you when it came to pain. God saw that you was going right when you had to go left to truly maintain your mental health. The energy is different when God fulfills your heart. God pours into you to show you balance, acknowledge your worth. Never allow the enemy to discourage you when they got the evil eye going towards you. Because when you pray to go with them, when you don't worship the devil, the energy is different. We all don't pray the same. You ask God to reveal the devil alone, the enemy. Hold on one second. God was showing you while you was dancing that day. You was dancing for joy because God was protecting your heart. You ain't get lost another day because God was showing you balance when it comes to your worth. Always be yourself and no misintentions. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. I'm still healing from 7/31/2020. I'm still healing from 7/31/2025 from a hate crime. And my content is not for everyone. It's not. But always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're wrong for choosing you when someone says that nobody's going to believe you, regardless to what their tax bracket is. And I say that respectfully. Being authentic is not a crime. It's not. And loving yourself is not a crime. You matter and you are worthy. I'm Niyah, Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. I want to say this real quick because the society that we live in is people put you in competition with them when you was never in competition. Like someone can have more than you and make sure that they try to dim your light or discourage you or make you feel like in the mindset of being projected with insecurity problems or put you in a mindset that you need to live in fear because nobody's going to see you or hear you or respect you because they see potential within you and they don't want you to continue to elevate the prosper in life. But never allow someone to discourage you at the end of the day when God's actually treating you right. I'm Niyah, Genuine Love Respect, and I'm far from a hater, and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I actually enjoyed this, and I say that respectfully, regardless to who's watching me or not. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Healing from a hate crime or domestic violence or any type of violence, it's not easy. And especially when you're dealing with it alone. And when you always had to be the person to always be strong for self, that growth actually hits different. And I say that respectfully, and you never had to pretend to be somebody you truly was authentic. And when you was always the one that make you feel, when you was always the one that had to put those boots on when it was time for war, being a prayer warrior, it was really real. Because you had to be real with yourself to truly go within, that you matter, you're worthy, not to give up on you when they overlook you. Always be yourself, because the devil alone, the enemy, they can't wait to prey on your downfall. And they the main ones that send you the evil lie. They can't wait for you to be a crash out. They can't wait for that moment to say, I told you so, motherfucker. No, fuck you, motherfucker. Always be yourself, regardless to what environment that you're in. If you're in a temporary situation when it comes to your housing situation, because everything is not forever. It's temporary. And especially when you want to better yourself in life. So never allow your situation to make you feel like you got to be stuck. Or when it comes to growth, if plan A don't work out for you, it's always another route, but never change the plan. And especially when God puts something within you. God's going to see you through it. And I say that respectfully. God will always see you through something that God gave you a vision for. Especially when you was never in a race with the next person. They would never understand elevation is different. It wasn't revenge. It was calling, hold on 1 second. You found balance when it comes to growth and maturing. It's not I'll do you better than your trauma. It's not I'll do you better than you. I never wanted your spot when God created my lane. That ain't just different. We ain't the same. Evan changed me. Oh, he is never know my lesson. Don't tell me a like neighbor. I'm far from a hater. I'm Niyah, Genuine Love Respect, and I'm authentic. I'm far from fake. At the end of the day, like, I'm far from fake. Regardless who tries to blackmail me, pay me out to be somebody truly not. I done had people, I still have people gang stalking me. I have people clone my phone, my devices. I have people hack my devices, gang stalk me. All types of weird stuff at the end of the day. I'm not supposed to see a day. I'm not supposed to see today. They poison my food. They poison my drink. They even dibble in that with my narcotics. I never knew it was a crime to smoke a little ganja at the end of the day. Only to realize that because someone had jealousy and envy in their vein at the end of the day, they wanted to shortchange me in my vision of life. How this type of stuff actually happens. And I don't mean no disrespect, because at the end of the day, I don't got no beef with nobody. Just stay in your lane. It's a train of thought for me. How they make something legal for the community to have, and only for someone to use it for their personal use and their own gain, just to shortchange certain people at the end of the day. How this type of stuff actually happens. And the only reason why I'm speaking at the end of the day, because someone that's fighting something right now, and they don't have a voice. Because they don't have the proper person to talk to, or they don't have the proper people to hear them. Because they're labeled as who? Crazy. That's what you wanted to label me as. How this type of stuff actually happens. I'm far from an addict. I'm far from a prostitute. Hello, I said what the fuck I said. It's been over a year since I did any type of narcotics. Regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me. And I say that respectfully. I say that respectfully. Anyway. You know, people would try to project fear in you because they job descriptions and they work in certain communities or whatever the case may be. One thing I don't do is live in fear, and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Always be yourself and never feel like your voice don't matter. And especially like if you're in a job site or something, or you're in that relationship. But just don't be putting your hands on nobody. That's the only thing I don't play with. Keep your goddamn hands to your goddamn self. Keep your feet and your elbows to your goddamn self. No head button, no nose button. Don't do no weird shit. No violence. I don't condone violence. But your voice does matter when you are in a relationship. And if someone doesn't hear you when you're in a relationship, it's time to walk away. And I say that respectfully. It should never have to extend to domestic violence. Never. Because it's never that serious at the end of the day. Because the one that truly loves you and respects you and hears you, trust and believe, they ain't gonna make you go through all those obstacles to lose control, to get you in a mindset of losing your own self boundaries. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect, and I'm far from a hater. I don't know if someone's sending a personal people over here to get me aroused or whatever the case may be. But trust and believe, tomorrow I'm freestyling the comment section. I'm popping my shit. Yes, I am. So talk your shit, and I say that respectfully. Cause I might tell you about your goddamn self, you fat bitch. It's Jan though for me. Always be yourself with no misintentions, and I say that respectfully. Entertainment purposes only. Always be yourself. I never understood this. Like, someone would come for you at the end of the day, and as soon as you start popping shit back to them, they be like, oh, you doing too much. You doing too much. You doing too much. What? Bitch, I wasn't doing enough. What the fuck? First of all, you said I was slow, stupid, and retarded. I'm sore for whatever case it be. And as soon as I start speaking up, I'm goddamn wrong. Here's the trickery. I wasn't trying to do me wrong. Always be yourself, no intentions. I'm Niyah Genuine Love Respect. Being authentic is not a crime, especially when you got malicious intentions towards your neighbor. I don't project spell work. I don't send an evil lie. I don't energy harvest off my neighbor's energy. And I don't destiny check with my neighbor. And I say that respectfully, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I'm Niyah Genuine Respect, and I'm far from a hater. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. Ooh, excuse me. I gotta go. It's time for night. I'm Niyah Genuine Respect. It's currently August 24th, 2025. Always be yourself with no intentions. You are beautiful, you are handsome, you matter, you're worthy. Never give up on yourself when I say respectfully. Have a safe day, evening, week, weekend, year. You matter, you're worthy. Never give up on yourself when I say respectfully. It was never competition when it comes to love. Yourself, don't simulate me, but neighbor, I'm far from it. See you later. Gotta go. When it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, Heavenly Father God. And I work by myself when it comes to my creativity. Top of my head, no pen and paper, just being authentic. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. Protect yourself, protecting your family, stay out of trouble, stop the violence. You mad and you're worthy. Peace and respect, labor, something about you. Man, anyway, don't dim your light. Gotta go, never, don't dim your light. I gotta go. Always be yourself with no misintentions. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I always have. Since day one, I'm my biggest cheerleader. Regardless who overlooks me. When God's directly into your life, they respect your misintentions. No evil lie, and I'll do you better than you, or whatever the case may be. No. Nobody got time for that bullshit. Regardless of the case from poverty and pain, they know how to respect you. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding, they rainy days. They ain't sending you the evil lie, let on a hate train. That motivation hits different, they act in their body way. They ain't gotta tell lies to blackmail you against you. If they not free, they know how to walk away being mature. That ain't just different. No confrontation. They know how to respect you at the end of the day. We ain't the same. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Whenever people walk into your life, they going to truly show you at the end of the day that you are worthy. Always be yourself with no misintentions. I'm Niyah, Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. And yeah, so I'm closing the video out now, and I'll be going live in a couple of hours. Thank you for your time. I'm Niyah Genuine Respect. I'm not 100% sure what time at the end of the day. I swear, motherfuckers, don't know my fucking schedules. Keep saying you do a spell work, you weird bitch. I hope you find peace in your own lane. I gotta go. Always be yourself, no intentions. I'm Niyah Genuine Respect. Being authentic, far from a copycat. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.